Hi, and welcome back to What's Happening Africa with me, Tanya. I have missed you guys so much, and you might notice a little bit of difference. I'm obviously not in the same room as I usually am. It has been 5 months since the previous episode, and I'm dying to get back into it, even though I'm pretty anxious and I feel like I'm gonna miss out a lot of information, but welcome back. So first, let me get the elephant out of the room. Or let's address the elephant in the room. First of all, I am so sorry for my silence, but I didn't feel like I would best produce content for you guys if I wasn't in the right state of mind. I was going through a lot of personal things, to be honest. And then we went straight into the holidays and my computer died. There was a lot going on, but now I have new equipment. I'm back in the department. There's so much I haven't told you guys. But you're here for the news, you're not here for me, so let's get right into the news. We have so much to cover. I cannot obviously report on everything that happened in the last 5 months. So much happened. I can get into what we're talking about this week. And I want to start with something interesting, start on a slightly lighter note, talking about wild animals in Africa attacking the people, but also people being attacked for attacking the wild animals. So you may not know this, but a few poachers in Zimbabwe were just recently attacked or presumably were shot for poaching. 2 suspected poachers were killed in a shootout with Zimbabwe rangers near the Kazungula border in Matabeleland North Province. According to Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management Authority, ZimParks, spokesperson Tinashe Farao, 3 suspects were arrested while 1 managed to escape during the incident. Approximately 15 elephant trunks, a .375 rifle, and 5 rounds of ammunition were discovered close to these bodies in this range. And talk about elephants, a little south to this incident, an elephant was reported attacking a safari truck, and you may have seen these on TikTok. I'm a little nervous, I haven't done this in a long time, so if I'm a bit shaky, just please forgive me. A viral TikTok video showed an elephant using its tusks to lift and drop a safari vehicle filled with park visitors in Pilanesberg National Park, causing damage but no injuries. The videos garnered over 15 million views, with viewers praising the calmness of the videographer and joking about the bravery of the cameraman. I know I say that funny, but the video is quite interesting, and it's just funny to see how nature overcomes everything. And, at the end of the day, they're the ones in charge and we're kind of invading their space. So that's safari news for you. But getting a little bit into politics, we talk about President Ruto in Kenya. Kenya's President William Ruto has approved a contentious bill enabling the government to levy 1.5 of the workers' monthly pay for affordable housing construction, despite opposition and public backlash against new taxes. The law, previously stalled in courts, was amended by MPs last week and extends the levy to informal sector workers. The move aims to address a budget deficit and enhance public services, with deductions starting last July but halted after a successful legal challenge. The law establishes the Affordable Housing Fund to manage collected funds, but the opposition plans to challenge it in court, citing concerns over increased taxation. Ruto's initiative aims to build over 200,000 houses in the next year or annually, whilst creating 600,000 jobs in the process. Hopefully this is a success, but still staying in Central Africa, there may be a crisis that you did not know of. Parts of West and Central Africa have been grappling with nearly a week of internet blackouts since March 14. This is following suspected undersea cable cutting closer to the regions of Nigeria and South Africa. Although some services have been restored, anticipation remains low as some of the repairs continue to be done and will possibly take weeks. Undersea cable faults are recurrent in Africa, with the recent outage causing disruptions to Microsoft's South African cloud region and Vodacom's data network, prompting extended trading hours in some stock markets. Some people may not have realized these internet disconnections, but I have some colleagues who reported that Microsoft was down. Fortunately, I don't use Microsoft, but it is quite concerning that they still don't know the actual cause of this disruption. On the topic of disruption, and still in Central Africa, Kenya's doctors are still striking to this day. Kenya's public hospital doctors have commenced their 7th day of a nationwide strike, citing the government's failure to fulfill promises outlined in a 2017 collective bargaining event, following a previous 100-day strike. The Kenyan Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union demands comprehensive medical coverage for doctors and the immediate posting of 1,200 medical interns. Despite a labor court order urging negotiations with the government, approximately 4,000 doctors are participating in the strike, emphasizing their discontent with the government's handling of previous court orders. The strike's repercussions are widespread, leaving many patients unattended or turned away from hospitals across the nation. This situation has obviously prompted concerns about healthcare accessibility and quality in Kenya. Cabinet Secretary at the Ministry of Health, Susan Nekumicha, assessed that referral hospitals are operational, but patient testimonies at facilities like Kenyatta National Hospital reveal otherwise, highlighting the urgency of resolving the dispute. The strike is happening at the same time as complaints and concerns about the infrastructure and the healthcare system in Kenya are going on. This is also similar to the complaints that came up about the housing system in Kenya. Hopefully, the president attends to it as quickly as he has attended to the housing crisis. Moving slightly north to Nigeria, we have positive news with solar being introduced into the grid. Nigeria has finalized a deal to construct a 20 megawatt hybrid hydro-solar power plant, marking the initial phase of a larger 300 megawatts project as part of the nation's shift towards clean, renewable energy solutions. The collaboration between privately owned North Power Station Company and state-run Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority will see the project situated in Shiroro, Niger Strait. Vice President Kashim Shettima hailed the endeavor as groundbreaking, emphasizing its significance in diversifying Nigeria's energy sources. Despite being a significant gas and oil producer, Nigeria has long grappled with power shortages, leading to widespread blackouts and reliance on alternative power sources like generators. If you are in Southern Africa like me, this does not sound like a strange and foreign problem, as we also experience load shedding this side. Talking about South Africa, right now there are a lot of politics and conversation happening about the elections that are upcoming this year. Alongside other nations, South Africa has a lot of issues when it comes to opposition parties and conflicting ideas. In fact, recently, the DA has gone viral on social media for one of its campaigns, which in different languages means different things. I find this quite interesting, but we'll get into that on another day. There are a lot of topics that I didn't manage to cover today, but I want to keep it short and precise now. I have a lot on my plate, so we're gonna ease into it. But I want us to end on a positive note, talking about the Congolese trying to revive African storytelling, which is something I'm very passionate about. In Congo, a group of creatives is championing storytelling through various platforms, whether on the streets, in theaters, or at home. A resource center in Pointe-Noire, the country's economic hub, provides training and resources for storytellers, aiming to rejuvenate the ancient art form. Initiatives like the Festival de Laureate Light, I hope I'm saying that right, and Retour au Mbugui, definitely not saying that right, lay the groundwork for this revival, spearheaded by figures like Joris Mabial. With the establishment of the Resource Center, storytelling has found a laboratory for innovation, bridging generations and preserving cultural heritage. As the world marks International Storytelling Day on the 20th of March, themed Building Bridges, Congo reflects on exporting its storytelling tradition globally and ensuring storytellers can sustainably pursue their craft and their work. This conversation is very important and I'm very passionate about it, as I consider myself an African storyteller. And as an African storyteller, I have the role of delivering these stories to you as best as I can. Now, I know this is not everything that happened this week. I'm fully aware, and I know that this is not the best quality right now from what we had before, but we're working on improving. And with your help, I can get the stories going. So if you have any ideas, any collaborations, any comments, I'm excited to get into that. Let us continue to tell the African story. So I'm excited to be back. Thank you for watching. And I guess welcome back to What's Happening Africa with Tanya. I'll see you again next Thursday, hopefully on time and with more news. Thank you and have a good week. Goodbye.